High level people, how's it going? There are two German words one can easily confuse: Kontaktstelle and Strichstelle. Kontaktstelle we know, that means contact point, in Spanish, punto de contacto, and that is how close are we playing to the bridge. I hope that's clear. But now, Strichstelle is an elegant, smart word I like very much, and that means where are we playing with the bow? Closer to the balance point, to the tip, or to the frog? When playing this excerpt, Fallstaff, try to stay on the balance point or a couple of centimeters to the middle of the bow. I like to call this sweet spot. On this segment of the bow, spiccato works naturally. You don't have to think much about it. Just shake your hand, and if you have a regular bow and normal strings and a good setup, spiccato is going to work automatically. The problem is that losing this contact to this spot is easy, especially when changing strings. If you're playing on the right spot a thin string and you don't fix your position, you will end up too close to the frog playing the lower strings. And here the bow cannot possibly bounce. You could artificially make it bounce, but you will lose this natural automatic spiccato. If you go too far to the tip of the bow, the spiccato becomes out of control. The bow jumps too much. The trick to master these excerpts is using a tiny bit less bow hair for the thinner strings and play them a tiny bit closer to the frog than you think. The lowest strings we have to play with more bow hair and closer to the middle of the bow. But it's just an illusion because we will stay on the same sweet spot. If we play on the sweet spot, the thin string, we're too close to the frog for the lower strings. So we got to calibrate and to adapt to the positions and the strings we're playing. Let me give you some example on how to practice the bow arm alone. It looks dumb, but believe me, it's the most economical and smart way you can invest your time. Because more difficult than the left hand is what's happening with the bow. The patterns of G, D, D, A, 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 E. Which string we have to play exactly when, with which articulation and dynamic. And then we practice the left hand with variations of slurs. I like slurs in groups of 3, 6, or 5. think that's enough. Many thanks for listening and see you next time.